Bubblegum Social Club vlog number 8, May 1st, 2016. Hi! I have so many errands to run today, but last night I went to see the Bob's Burgers live, and it was amazing, and Kristen Shaw, who I already liked, I like even more now. That's it for right now. More later, but I just wanted to record something so that I would remember to record more later. I have things to talk about, but they're all like in a jumble. Anyway, again, Bob's Burgers life was amazing. I'm gonna go run errands. Be back, hopefully with a Captain America shirt that I actually like. Bye. So I didn't find the Captain America shirt I wanted, but I did find a cool Black Widow shirt. Luckily, I have like red, white, and blue clothes that I'm gonna wear under my Stark jacket when I go see Captain America Civil War on Friday, which I am very much looking forward to. Back to Bubblegum Social Club and my efforts to learn enough to make improvements or something of that nature. I have learned that sound quality is very important. I have no idea what the sound quality of this video is going to be. I kind of getting an idea of what microphones look like, but not like anything about what kind to buy. Well, but also what kind to buy. But I'm learning. I'm doing that thing where you just watch a bunch of videos about a subject and hope that your brain absorbs enough information that when you go to the store, you can be like, please navigate me to something similar enough to this that I can figure it out and then later on make a much better informed decision and buy a camera that is not like a starter camera. That's a bit more quality, I guess. What I did want to talk about is talking and me and talking too much, which I did talk about last time. Also, I think I'm going to be doing these videos every 2 weeks because every week seems a bit much. But I was thinking about how I do make those jokes about how I talk too much, and that's kind of the premise of the 3-minute video, is trying to teach myself to be a bit more concise. And last night when I was hanging out with my brother, I asked him if he thinks that I talk too much, and he didn't know how to answer. No idea if he's going to watch this. Hi if you are. Hi Joaquin, how are you doing? Yeah, that wasn't, we didn't really go on about that, but because we were very excited about going to see Bob's Burgers, and seeing Kristen Shaw do stand-up was like probably the best thing ever. And people are so talented. Have you noticed how talented people are? Because people are very talented. Moving on. So I actually wrote some notes, which I'm going to be looking at right now. But I think part of the reason that I want to do Bubblegum Social Club is that I miss, when I was in college, I was in a program where a lot of it was based on reading books and then discussing them. And so there would be like 14-ish of us around a big table, and we would have discussion about the books. And I love that so much, and I miss that. And I learned how to be more confident in conversations to a certain extent. I would speak up more. That doesn't necessarily happen in my day-to-day life because sometimes people just have very strong feelings about something and there's really no point in even talking to them about it. To me, it's more like having an open-ended conversation, and I love that. And I do want that to be what Bubblegum Social Club is. I want to be more of a guide. A moderator. That's what I'm working towards. And it's hard to do that. You would think that it would be easy, but it's difficult because, like I said, I get really excited about stuff and I want to talk about them. And when people don't feel the same way that I do, I'm surprised because I forget that people don't like the same things that I do in the same way. Or alternatively, I will expect them to not like it. And when they are just like whatever about it, I don't know how to react or how to get a reaction out of them. Not a reaction, but, a response that will continue the conversation. Sometimes I have a hard time with that too. And I think I need to take a step back from my emotions on the subject so that I can have enough perspective to breathe life into the conversation. Another reason that I get excited and start talking too much is that I really like taking apart the way things work. Whether it's like actual physical reality of how things work or the emotional, ephemeral stuff. Like when I got into comics, I ended up reading a lot of books about the creation of comics, and I like to see the different panels and how they're put together, and I wondered like why an artist would make a certain decision to show things in a certain way or have panels flow in a certain way. And I was fascinated by the idea of making decisions like that. And even, with editing and like the people's videos who I've mentioned before, Wheezy Waiter, Michael Ronda, Hank Green, all of Grace Helbig, Mary Hart, Hannah Hart, just seeing the decisions they make in editing. And so I'm trying to apply my fascination to those things too, because I am fascinated by it, but I'm also very scared of making these videos and failing. And it's making it difficult to sometimes work on these things. So I have to do the work to make myself practice and work. And, I have this idea of maybe trying to imitate certain videos just to see if I can pull it off, just to see if I can figure it out, take it apart and figure it out. But then I think I'm going to get in trouble for that. Somebody's going to get mad at me. I don't know who. And even if they did, if, I'm not trying to steal from anybody, I'm just trying to understand the process. I don't necessarily think as a bad thing. I mean, like I mentioned this before. I'm, of course, I keep saying that I mentioned before, but I just trying to be thorough, I guess. That Wheezy Waiter did talk about stealing and how important that can be, which I totally agree. I just wanted to clarify that when I said that stealing is good, I meant, copying people, taking apart how they've done something and then trying to recreate it can be good for the creative process, because then you can have a better understanding of how something works and how you yourself can create those things. I don't mean taking people's ideas and claiming them as your own, or taking people's art and saying that you did that, the whole, reblog, don't repost, all of that. That's what I mean by stealing. Please don't mistake my intention. I realized later that was the wrong word, that I should have said copying. But even then, I do not mean take people's ideas, claim them as your own. I mean, use them as a tool to learn how to do your own thing in a fun way. So with that in mind, please continue. Even with drawing, you kind of imitate somebody, end up doing your own thing. Or was it, I forgot what I was listening to. I think it was a documentary about voice acting, and how on The Simpsons, a lot of the voices are just really bad impressions of other people, which might be what I'm doing. I don't know. So I want to know how it all works, but then the fear gets in the way of actually following through with figuring out how it all works. So like if you're trying to draw and you're doing it on your own, nobody's going to see what you're doing unless you show them. But with this stuff, you have to do it, edit it, post it online to kind of figure out what the end game is and what it is that you're searching for and how you're going to get there. So, and also my love of trying to figure out how things work extends to the movies that we watch, and I'm curious about the decision making behind the movies and the shows that we talk about, and kids shows, superhero shows, or the actors. And I just don't understand acting at all. Like I did a couple of trying, when you're in elementary school or junior high and you kind of are forced to be in a play, and just the little bit of it that I have tried and looking at how actors do that, it's amazing to me. It's just beyond understanding to me. So just the constant fear that's there is sort of insane, in the way that your brain just tells you this isn't going to work. You're going to make a fool out of yourself. But people laugh when you make a fool out of yourself sometimes. So, and I really don't mind making a fool out of myself in the right context to make people laugh. Embarrassment is indeed the key to freedom, given the correct context. I just have to get over that fear and just do it. Which I know I'm going to start sounding like a broken record because I've said that before. And this camera's starting to shake a lot, so sorry about that. Once I get the camera, just extending those goals, right? I won't ever actually have to do anything. If I just say once I get the camera, then I'll get something to hold it up with. That's fine. That's totally fine. That's not, delaying anything at all. I'm not doing any of those things. Verbalizing my fears, saying them out loud, and acknowledging them is actually helping a lot. And I might try to do something a little bit more interesting for the next video, so that I can try to do some editing that is different than just taking out ums and things that I say that are stupid that I regret later. Should I try that? I don't know. What do you think? Should I try to do something, even maybe just imitate somebody else's style of videos? I think I might try that. We'll see. What would Captain America do? I think that's the right question here. Yeah. I'm so excited about Civil War. I really hope I like it. I kind of think I'm going to cry in the theater. I have a feeling that's going to happen. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I'm really on team everybody get along. But okay. Well, that's about it for this week. If you have any thoughts, feel free to leave them in the comments. Please be nice and constructive. And yeah, I hope you have a good next couple of weeks. And talk to y'all later. Thank you for listening.